Hello, good day, and a very warm welcome to the CruiseAway show. If you need some inspiration for your next exciting getaway, we have just the answer for you. A wonderful, varied and full cruising experience.
Yes, get ready to unpack your cases, enjoy the warm welcome of a cruise, which gives you so many more choices than any other holiday. In this show, we're going to show you just how we can achieve exclusive savings for bigger and bolder escapes as we cruise with glamorous and charming MSC cruises.
Oh yes, you are in for a treat. MSC is an amazing cruise experience, packing in so much for you to enjoy on board. And here at CruiseAway, we have such a close relationship with MSC Cruises that we can make you offers that are exclusive to us, giving you more holiday for every dollar you spend.
That's right, we're heading over to Europe for 3 wonderful journeys with MSC on the spectacular and glamorous MSC Virtuosa and Meraviglia. They are incredible ships. In fact, let's get on board straight away. Now, our first package is for June, and we'll be cruising the land of the midnight sun and Atlantic shores, kicking off your 27-night trip by flying from Sydney to London and enjoying a 3-night stay in the capital of Old England in June as well, in the summertime. Wonderful. Whether it is heading to Buckingham Palace or Tower of London, or perhaps heading to see the Crown Jewels as well in the Tower, that was Tower Bridge, then you'll find something intriguing to do in London, no doubt. And then it's down to Southampton, and we're going to be cruising on board the Virtuosa with no tipping. Gratuities are always included for you, and you've got 21 nights on board as you have got a back-to-back cruise, which is great. And you've got, oh my gosh, you're going to be spoilt for choice when it comes to adventuring on this itinerary. To get yourself nice and prepped, how about heading to the Shore Excursions presentation so you can learn which excursions will make the most of your time and money in port. Equally, if you are somebody that just likes to do your own thing, then maybe you've already got your itinerary planned, or you might want to just play it by ear and head out into the port and see what's on offer, see what, you know, where the day takes you. There's no right or wrong way to spend your time in port when you're on a cruise. It really is just down to whatever your own personal style is. And I love that about a cruise, because you're going to meet people from all walks of life, who maybe you wouldn't normally meet at home, and you might become friends for life. Yeah, it's a really wonderful way of engaging socially. Even if you're traveling on your own, if you're a solo cruiser, they actually do solo cruises, meet and greets, and there's all kinds of ways that you can get involved with meeting other people on board. I love that about being on a cruise. Keeping yourself fit and healthy is not hard either, as they have got a fully equipped gym. They offer you fitness classes, and they even have a running or walking deck. And as you just saw right there, basketball too. Actually, in the entertainment complex, you'll find they have bowling. They also do a flight simulator, like a kind of a virtual reality simulator, which is really fun to do with your group. Love doing that. The champagne bar, oh, this is nice, situated with lovely views out to sea in the center of the ship while you're sitting there enjoying a glass of bubbly. Oh yes, imagine yourself in that scene. You've got the Galleria, by the way. That is the dome that changes, you know, depending on the time of day. And at night, they have kind of little show going on there. So when you're sitting there enjoying a meal, maybe in Ola Taco or Butcher's Cut, or standing in the boutiques, you'll see that. And that's Rob, the robotic bartender. Yes, he definitely does like to entertain. Even just watching, you'll find he'll always have a crowd of people around him. So we're off on an amazing adventure, and we're heading to some of the most iconic places in Europe out of Southampton. First up, we're into Cork in Ireland. Lush, green and beautiful, particularly at this time of year. Now head on out on an excursion to the Blarney Castle and also Blarney Stone, where you might stop by St Finbarr's Cathedral as well and learn the best things to see in this port of call. Next up, it's Itineraries in Iceland. We're into the land of the fire and ice here and the Viking history, which is fascinating. Now whale watching is great to do at this time of year, and you might have a chance to see some amazing whales out on the ocean. So do book that with the excursions team, and Isifjordur awaits. And you're going to be here actually in June, just on the cusp of kind of midnight sun territory. So it's bright all day and every day. The fjords here are dramatic and beautiful, such as the Indre Fjord. Then we're off to Reykjavik, and we've got an overnight on board. And again, it won't get dark because you're 24-hour sun here. Now, Reykjavik is immensely geothermal. I'd recommend heading to the geothermal fields during the day, and the Blue Lagoon at night, where you can actually enjoy the incredible thermal waters and bask in those. It's amazing. Next up, it's Malloy in Norway. And then, being in Norway again at this time of the year is very special. It's full of, gorgeous green landscape with the fjords in the background. There's nowhere quite like being here at this time of year. That's Helsat in Norway for the Briksdal Glacier. Now, you might want to kayak out on the glaciers. That's a lovely thing to do because you'll get sort of up close and personal with these amazing natural formations and just enjoy it out on the ocean. Then it's Sandnes, and it's known for the famous pulpit rock, so you might want to head out and explore that with a seasoned guide. And of course, these people are very well versed at showing you the nooks and crannies of this part of the world. Now we're back into Southampton, and this will be the start of the second cruise for you. So a day in Southampton will enable you to either head into London or just explore the local area. And there is the Solent Sky Museum or the City Art Gallery to visit, particularly if it's rainy. It's a nice thing to do. Next up, we're into La Rochelle in France. And La Rochelle offers you lots of excursions of the surrounding area, but if you want to just head into the very quaint town, the aquarium is lovely there, and so is the Lantern Tower, and you can kind of do a best of highlights in La Rochelle before we head into gorgeous Bilbao up in the Basque Country of Spain. And it's that imposing Guggenheim. There's nothing quite like it, but also the Biscayne coast is a great place to visit on excursion. Next up, it's La Coruña, also up in Galicia, for the Roman Tower of Hercules, or perhaps even a visit to Santiago de Compostela, which is the famous pilgrim site. It's only a short drive away from La Coruña. We're at sea, and then we're into Cherbourg in France for the D-Day landing sites. I think that will be the top-selling itinerary for an excursion. So if you want to head out to see that, I'd book early. And equally, the French countryside is wonderful at this time of year to explore. Now we're back into Southampton, where we'll disembark, and we will fly you back to Oz after this magnificent adventure.
It is superb. And the great thing is, as soon as you're booked, we will send you all of the details so that you can log in to your MSC cruise and start choosing your excursions long before you actually go on this holiday, which is really, really nice. So you can see that, there might be a particular thing that you have in mind in one of those places like Reykjavik, for instance, where you can get those booked up literally as soon as you are booked. Now, we have exclusively packaged itinerary here for CruiseAway with your London stay, the flights, and your double cruise on board with MSC with your service charge gratuities all included. And that has resulted in a price tag. And honestly, every time you see a price tag that we have negotiated with MSC, you will look and you will say, hang on a second, how is the itinerary so long? How am I getting so much cruise for such an amazing price tag? Well, that's two things. MSC offer the best quality at amazing prices, and two, our worldwide relationship with MSC as a company is so close. We do so much business that we can negotiate the very, very best prices. And we are the only place in Australia that you can book this package because we've negotiated the most incredible deal to make this happen. It is brilliant. So here are your details so that you can get yourself booked as quickly as you possibly can. Return Sydney flights to London with an included 3-night hotel stay there, and then your fabulous cruise, which is actually 3 weeks long, on board on MSC Virtuosa to Ireland and Iceland and the Med, and so much more for you to enjoy with your service charges included, and so much to enjoy on board as well. The entertainment, the dining, the theme nights, the great atmosphere, and there's so much more. It's a ship which you will find is a real joy. She's a very modern ship as well. This is by no means a budget cruise. There is so much included. We just have achieved the best price that we could possibly imagine for this itinerary. Our team works so hard across the world. Remember, we're a global company, so DreamAway is part of a global, CruiseAway should I say, is part of a global company which book on behalf of hundreds of thousands of people around the world every single year. So the buying power that gives us with cruise lines, with airlines, with hotel brands, with tour operators really is incredible. I mean, incredible. To sit here and bring you these deals is just, for us, is a joy, isn't it, Jo?
It's an absolute joy. Yes, really a privilege to be able to give you so many different openings for incredible holidays. And our next exclusive itinerary, DreamAway package with MSC Cruises, takes us around the Med and Norwegian fjords on a unique triple cruise on board MSC Meraviglia in May next year. Now, this 27-night escape again first flies you from Sydney to swinging London, where you'll be enjoying a 3-night hotel stay before we head off on our adventure. Maybe you're going to get some relatives to come and meet you in London. If you're heading over the pond, it's nice to catch up with people, or just do London at your own pace. There's no wrong way to enjoy this marvellous capital city full of shopping, heritage, culture, history. Then it's down to Southampton to board the lovely Meraviglia for your 21-night back-to-back triple cruise. And included for you, we've got your premium extra drinks package and your tips. So premium meaning you're going to get your top tier liquors and cocktails, and you know, most things on the menu they're included for you, which is great. And of course that means it's just easier when you're having your glass of wine with dinner, your cocktail pre-dinner, your bottles of water, all of these things that would again tot up included for you, which is great. The Meraviglia offers you a ton of different dining options depending on what you feel like. You know, if you're wanting to just do casual, you can head up to the buffet and just choose from any number of different cuisines, from Chinese to Japanese to Thai to Mexican to hearty comfort food, you know, to a nice piece of pizza, a salad. It's all up there for you. Panini station. I love the mornings as well, because the breakfasts, waffles, eggs Benedict, pancakes, fresh fruit, freshly baked Danish pastries, you name it. Eggs and bacon. Yeah, I know. You can have it all. You can absolutely have it all. You can try it all. That's the great thing about a buffet as well. Kaito teppanyaki, if you wanted to do something extra, the butcher's cut, olatako, you know, these are all for an additional fee. You can enjoy the specialty dining. Your main dining room, though, is included all day, every day and night. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. So you can just eat there if you want to. Now, the shows are electrifying as the lights go down. I mean, even just the production value with the big digital screens of these shows are just mind-boggling. It's all included, no extra fee. You don't have to pay $200 a ticket, you know, and travel into the city to go and see these. Now we're off on a triple back-to-back cruise out of Southampton. First up, we're into Gijón in Spain. Really beautiful part of Spain here. And an excursion you want to do is the Old Town walk through the Cimadilla, finishing with the cider houses and sea views, because it's known for the cider trail, this part of Spain. Then we're on to La Rochelle in France. Perhaps take a guided Old Port and Arcades walk with free time to enjoy seafood by the marina when you're in La Rochelle. It's also known for its cycling, and of course you're there in springtime. It'd be a great time to hire a bike or an e-bike. Then we're off into Bilbao for the beautiful Guggenheim Museum. Now you can do an excursion which involves my two favourite things, the Guggenheim Museum followed by a pinchos tasting in the Old Town. They're the little tapas, and you've got to do it when you're in Bilbao for sure. Next up, it's Cherbourg for its scenic Normandy coast, where you can take a drive along there with time in small harbour towns and viewpoints on offer. If you book with the team again, they will take you door to door to enjoy that experience. Now we're back into Southampton for the start of the second cruise, a little turnaround before heading north again. Into those quieter, more elemental landscapes. Now, whilst you're in Southampton, take advantage of heading into London. You know, it's less than 2 hours on the train, and you can get there and back in a day for sure. Then it's Kirkwall and the Orkneys, which feels very ancient, this part of the world, and definitely your chance to go and explore the Highlands either head to a distillery or maybe learn about your traditional family tartan and pick that up here. Next up, it's Skjolden, which sits right on the end of the fjord where the road stops, and the scenery does take over. It's absolutely lush and beautiful. Take a scenic fjord drive past beautiful glacier valleys to enjoy the landscape in this port. Next up, we're into Sandnes, which is a great proximity to the Lyse Fjord, and you can take an excursion out there, which takes in, of course, those towering fjords and cliffs and many kilometres of waterways, which is amazing. And then Southampton again beckons for the start of the third cruise. Perhaps head into Bath for the day, and Stonehenge. You can do an excursion organised by the ship, which will take you there and back in a day for sure, to learn about the fascinating history of Stonehenge. Then we're into Brest, and this is in beautiful France. Now, the castle in Brest is world famous. We're in Brittany here, so the coastline is lovely and rugged, and featuring lots of little fishing villages and lighthouses to visit as well, before we head into gorgeous Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. Now, the Alfama walking tour with viewpoints and historic tram time is a wonderful one to do in Lisbon, so it does give you a little overview of everything for sure. Or you can head to the Oceanarium. Then it's Vigo, up in Galicia. And Vigo, you can head out to the CS Islands whilst you're here, or perhaps head to a winery to learn about the Albarino wine from this part of the world, and maybe pick up some bottles to take home. We are then into Cherbourg, and Cherbourg is, you know, again, a lovely port to visit D-Day landing sites. If you did that on the first trip into Cherbourg, maybe you're just going to go and see the Bayeux Tapestry during this time in Cherbourg. Now we're back into Southampton for the last time. We'll disembark and we'll fly you back to Oz after this epic adventure, flying into London, of course, heading out on 3 cruises in a row to Gijon in Spain, La Rochelle, France, Cherbourg in France, back into Southampton, then we're up to the Orkney Islands, beautiful Norway and the Norwegian fjords, before we head again into Southampton for the third cruise, taking us to Brest in France, Lisbon in Portugal, and back into Cherbourg before we disembark.
It's wonderful, isn't it? And the great advantage of what we've done here by putting those 3 cruises together, what we've done is we've negotiated, obviously they are 3 individual cruises, so we are buying them as one, if you like. And that gives us a saving, but it also saves you some hassle as well, because you get to see all of those places, but you get to keep the same cabin all of the way through. And you enjoy the premium extra drinks package on this 3 cruise as well, and your London stay. And the price we've got for you, including your flights, again, is unbeatable. This is, again, the power of negotiation, and we've done all of that for you. You know, sometimes you think, ask for a discount, ask for a discount. I don't know about you, but I am no good at things like that at all. I cannot haggle for a discount for anything. I'm just too shy. I can't do it. Whatever the price is, there is the price I pay. We've done all of that for you. We've done all of the negotiating, and this is absolutely brilliant, considering that premium extra drinks package that you're including, that includes champagnes by the glass. I mean, how good is that? How many cruises can say that? It's amazing. So let's celebrate this together. Grab this price today with a low deposit. This includes your return Sydney flights to London with a 3-night hotel stay there before you embark on a triple cruise of 21 nights on board MSC Meraviglia around the Med, the Scottish Highlands, Norway and more, with that premium extra drinks package and your service charge gratuities all included. It's so good. Here's all the details that you need to get booking. And I would not hesitate at all. You may be looking at that price tag and thinking, well, listen, you know, I've paid that for far less cruising time. That's true. Have you never cruised with MSC before? Honestly, their ships are sleek and glamorous and modern, and the team on board are amazing. There's lots of included dining, and of course what we've done here as well is given you the premium extra drinks package as well. We've factored that in, which is just incredible. And honestly, and I've cruised MSC many times, and that drinks package never lets you down. Honestly, it is brilliant. Even if you take one drink, which is beyond the package price, you only pay the difference between your upper limit and the cost of the drink. which ends up to be like, you know, pennies. It's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It is well worth doing. So grab it now, please, while you can. Toll free 1300 412 358. Right, okay, big adventures in this show, so let's squeeze in one more final MSC exclusive itinerary, and this is for June next year. It's a chance to sail the magical Norwegian fjords. They truly are just jaw-dropping. They're brilliant. And we've got a double cruise exclusive to enjoy here as well. So your 3-week escape starts by flying again over to London from Sydney, and once again you get to enjoy the iconic capital of the UK with a 3-night hotel stay. Good time of the year to be there as well. There's lots of big shows there. The weather's better. You can do the London Eye. You can go up the Shard, see all the big viewpoints. You can do the shopping. Oh my word, it's endless. And then it is down to Southampton, and we're back on board MSC Meraviglia for this one. 15 nights this time, back-to-back cruise. Again, we've got the premium extra drinks package included. Again, we've got your gratuities included. And what I will tell you about this ship is the atmosphere. It's so funny that that came up at that moment.
Yes.
The atmosphere, because this ship has a great atmosphere, and her sister ship Virtuosa as well. Because you've got lots going on during the day up on the pool deck. There are lots of different activities. Sometimes it's dance lessons, sometimes it's a quiz.
Yeah.
You can be winning. There's bars at hand, and of course you've got your drinks package as well, which is great. There's such a great time. And in the evening, every night they'll do a different kind of themed evening. Usually on your first night it'll be a casual, you'll have an elegant night, there'll be some decade nights where you can dress up in your 70s gear and that kind of thing. So there's always something going on. You don't have to join in with all of those things if you don't want to, but it is there for you every day of your cruise, which I love.
It is. Yeah, some examples are sunshine night, tropical night, floral night, midnight, and they do the silent disco as well, which
That is funny.
Yeah, which is so much fun. You see everyone, like, you know, getting down with their bad selves in the atrium while you're sitting having dinner, or maybe you're going to be joining in. And it's part of the fun, isn't it? Lots of different lounges to enjoy live music around the ship, alongside, of course, the main theatre and everything that has to offer. And, of course, all of your dining options. Yes, they cook up a storm with some of the world's best chefs. And, of course, with it being an Italian ship, you could expect some really delicious pizza and pasta always on offer for you, whether you're in the main dining room or in the buffet, or in one of the specialty restaurants. So we're off on an amazing adventure, and we are cruising out of Southampton. A day at sea is going to see us then into Lerwick, up in beautiful Shetland Islands in Scotland. Look at the beaches. So you'd never think necessarily Scotland for beaches, but they're amazing, particularly in the summer. Now take a scenic drive across the Shetlands, visiting coastal villages on excursion whilst you're there. Skjoldun's next in Norway, which is right at the end of the fjord, and you can take a scenic valley drive through waterfalls, glaciers and dramatic scenery here in Skjoldun, or perhaps head to the llama farm. They're fascinating creatures. Next up, we're into Nordfjord, and this is where you can go and visit the famous Bricksteel Glacier, but you might want to do a Viking experience, and that's quite entertaining, let's just put it that way, if you choose that excursion. Next up, it's Sundays, also in lovely Norway. And to visit the Lysefjord here with viewpoints is a great thing to do, because again, if you book one of the shore excursions with the ship, they'll ensure that you get that back on time, of course. Now we're back into Southampton for the start of the second cruise, and Southampton has lots of stopping off points to tons of areas around the coast, including Bath, including Stonehenge, and also including even Windsor Castle you could go to for the day for sure, before we head into Kirkwall in the Orkney Islands. Now, perhaps you're going to explore Neolithic Orkney, Skara Brae, the Ring of Brogdar, and the wide open landscapes, all on an excursion with a seasoned guide. We're into Malloy next, and very pretty, this one, Roran Coastal, where the Atlantic still definitely dominates everyday life here. The Nave Deer Farm is fascinating if you love wildlife, or perhaps head to some of the fishing villages to learn about the day-to-day life. Then it's Molde, and Molde is very panoramic, very pretty, and the fjord is all about perspective here too. You can actually head on an excursion on the Atlantic Road to see a lot of amazing landscapes whilst you're there. Then it's Ålesund, and Ålesund is a great city just to walk around and just explore by foot, and I'd recommend doing that if you can, to get a real feel for it. You can take a guided tour or do it at your own pace and explore some of the lovely coffee shops there. Then we're into Haugesund, and this is where you can visit Viking heritage sites and learn about Norway's history, such as the Arquebus War History Museum, the Karmøy beaches as well, and again an excursion will give you a little bit of everything. Now we're back into Southampton, where we'll disembark and we'll fly you back to Australia after this amazing itinerary, of course starting off in London with a couple of days, then off to the Shetland Islands, some amazing Norwegian fjord destinations before we start our second cruise, heading into the Orkneys, some other great destinations in Norway, and then back in to Southampton.
All of that, enjoying the wonderful scenery, enjoying your fabulous premium extra drinks package and your gratuities all included. I mean, this is just brilliant, and you will love the wonderful warm welcome in the Norwegian fjords. It makes you tingle. They are just such lovely little places where you can have really authentic experiences. That's what I love. And you've got a ship here which is just full of wonderful attractions and glamour and drinks package, including champagnes by the glass. That's what I love. Let's check out our price tag. This is with the flights, the stay, and the incredible exclusive itinerary package that we've negotiated with MSC as well. That price tag, again, is just superb, and it is there for you to take and enjoy right now. When are we looking? We're looking at next June. So a deposit today will secure your price tags. We have worked so hard to bring you a fabulous ship, which is, well, we've looked around the ship. We've seen all the different restaurants and the bars and the lounges and the entertainment. One thing I don't think we saw on the video was actually the accommodation. It is brilliant, and it is just so easy as well. Life on board with MSC, you just want to be going off and doing things the whole time, but you can relax as much as you like. We've negotiated this package for you exclusively with MSC. You can't book this in this any way anywhere else in Australia, and you will love MSC for their variety. And it is all about celebration, relaxation, entertainment, good times. You have got your Sydney flights to and from London here with a 3-night hotel stay, and then 15 nights on that double back-to-back cruise where you keep the same cabin all the way through on MSC Meraviglia. It's inclusive with that brilliant premium extra drinks package, which is so comprehensive, and your service charges are included as well as you go and just cruise some of the most beautiful and scenic parts of this part of the world, the Orkney and the Shetland Islands, and wonderful Norway as well. Here's all the details you need to get yourself booked. It is phenomenal, I have to say, and you've got your prices there if you want to upgrade in terms of your stateroom. And as soon as you're booked, even though this is happening next year, as soon as you're booked, we'll give you all the details so that you can start looking at the excursion opportunities that are on board, because then you can start planning your adventures long in advance of absolutely going, which is brilliant. It's only a deposit today, that's all you need. So call us toll free, any questions, 1300 412 358. I have to tell you that I have one question. Can I come with you if you're going? That's what I want. I would love to come with you.
I'll second that.
I would love to share that experience, having cruised with MSC many times, and love their service, love their offering, love the team on board. We have many more offers as well. They're all on the website at cruiseaway.com.au. What a show.
Yeah, what a show.
Wow.
You've got to start booking these adventures, so you've got something on the calendar to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, we've got new opportunities for you all the time on the CruiseAway show, so come back and find us again very soon. It's all good news.
It certainly is.